Okay, I'm curious. Are you afraid of AI, artificial intelligence? I get, I really have no interest in it myself. I don't even think about it, but I see these people talking so much about this, the issues at hand of, you know, AI, how it's going to change. It's in our future. I can see that. But I was specifically looking at these self-driving cars. I saw a video yesterday and kind of debated this with a guy about that the trucking industry is going to be changed. You're going to be driverless trucks going down the road and doing all this. And then all these people will be unemployed. And yeah, that might be in the future, but I don't think that's going to be any time soon. And I think of two things. One, if you look at the automobiles, and maybe they're willing to insure this. I don't see insurance agencies bending over backwards wanting to insure, or who does the liability fall upon of a driverless car? Okay, I'm thinking whoever owns it is what I would think, but I don't see, and I'm not sure if they talked about this. Who's going to insure? You have to have your vehicle insured, at least in this state you do. If you can drive around, you have to have auto insurance. And then especially with a commercial truck, a big rig, who's going to insure that thing going down the road with nobody in it? You know, I could be wrong. I'm just speculating here. But the other thing too is I remember years ago, and they talked about, all these jobs will be lost. Yeah, okay. You're going to see, people flipping burgers are going to be reduced and all this. I get that. But I remember when they had grape picking machines. They still have grape picking machines here. This was supposed to devastate the agriculture and, send the Border Brothers all back home and this kind of thing. And that was back in the late 80s, early 90s. And the picking machines have come a long way since then, the actual grape harvesters. Hasn't affected immigration. These guys are still out there picking. But I remember years ago, a friend of mine he did CAD, those drawings and stuff. He was some computer, a company that designed heavy equipment. He was their computer guy. Real big in CAD when it first came out and all this stuff. And he was one of these guys who would have been all about the AI. And he talked about it that one time he had this laptop. He showed it to him. It's very expensive. It's like the best laptop, most powerful laptop you could buy. And he was one of those who just, the computers will take care of everything. And so he had trouble with the computer and had to send it back to the manufacturer. I said, what happened to your computer, the smart computer? He says, well, it had an issue with some software. I said, so what did you have to do? He said, well, I sent it back to the company. I said, how did you do that? He says, I put it in a box, took it to the mail, post office, and shipped it back. I said, so you physically had to take that computer, put it in a box, and take it physically to the post office. And then some guy at the post office had to load that thing up onto some sort of craft and ship it off to the manufacturer. And once it got there, some guy had to take that super intelligent laptop out of that box and fix it. There's probably several guys on that end. Then a guy had to box it back up, take it to the post office, where another guy took it and shipped it back to wherever you were to the post office. And you still got 8 or 9 people that are handling this thing, not to mention those that built it. In this totally wise, world's smartest, greatest, fast and powerful computer, you had labor all over this thing. And so I just don't see where these people want to say that, I can see in certain markets, in certain areas where, labor would be affected. But just like anything that involves a computer, these things break all the time. I think by now, 2018, we know that. These things are not infallible. Okay, the last laptop I bought 2 years ago, whatever, it lasted a month. Okay, it's been crap ever since. But it to think that somehow you're taking man out of the picture because of this AI, and it's just going to be devastating, I just don't see it. I just don't see that. And then people act like this, it's just cheap. You got to get with these self-driving cars. They're cheaper than a Honda Civic. No, they're not. I'm being sarcastic. if you want this kind of technology, you have to be rich. You have to be able to pay for that stuff. The masses can't afford a Tesla. Okay, so it's not a massive market for that thing. There's just a lot of people that like this high-tech crap, and they really get off on it. And they want to get everyone else freaked out about it, this, artificial intelligence, and we're going into a new... yank the plug on that mother and see how far your artificial intelligence is going to go. Hose it off! I'm not worried about this robotic thing that's coming or whatever. Oh, it's going to... pull the plug on it, hose it off, do whatever, throw magnets at it. Dude, this stuff is not bulletproof. Okay, it's not yet affordable, and most people aren't. I just think they're geared toward. You cannot pull man. Look at it this way: man made it. Man built whatever this thing's coming. It was built by man. So to think that I just don't see this. I have this big fear of this whole AI. Movement thing. You see these real smart intellectual types talk about how it's just going to be, oh my gosh, I don't think so. Because even then, when it was delivered by some big heavy dude in a truck. Okay, so don't discount man yet. Anyhow, just my opinion. Let me know what you think. Love you. God bless.